Okay, so it is Tuesday night. I just got out of the shower. I think I'm gonna try tonight to put Adeline down without nursing for the first time. And that will be like done with breastfeeding. I don't know. She knows I'm out of the shower, so she's like banging on the door, but we'll see how it goes. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Mallory and I have a 15-month-old daughter. Her name is Adeline and this is our life. Welcome. Today's video is going to be my breastfeeding journey. I can officially say, as of a few nights ago, that we are done breastfeeding. We made it 15 months, so I call it a success. I tried to do this video yesterday and I had full face makeup, hair curled, and thank you. So I'm gonna try to make my very long journey short. So in the beginning, when I was pregnant, I knew that if I couldn't do anything else, I wanted to be able to breastfeed my baby, no matter what. It's like my hard, like I had to do it. I had to do it. So in the hospital, she started nursing within 20 minutes of being out and it seemed really great in the beginning. Every time a lactation consultant came in, which was I think only twice, they just kind of like peeked at us and was like, oh, you're doing great, have a great night. That's it. Nothing. Like, no, how are you feeling, does it feel okay, can you, like, no tips on how you can tell that they're actually getting any milk out, or nothing, like nothing. And I didn't know anything. So she ended up, she wasn't gaining any weight. When we got home from the hospital, like that next week, I was hurting like one of the worst pains ever in my life. It was awful. It was so bad. I would rather go through labor pains, knock on wood, than have to do that. It was horrific. I'm not going to go into detail, but it was really bad. And I just had to keep telling myself it was going to get better, because that's all that people tell you, is that it's going to get better. You have to go through the pain. It's going to get better, but it wouldn't get better. And I found myself not wanting to nurse her. I was not wanting, like, her next feeding session, I just really was dreading it. I dreaded every session and it was soul sucking and it was awful. And I didn't know what to do. We had to go to the pediatrician for her checkups, and she ended up telling me if she doesn't start gaining weight, she will have to go back to the hospital. So we were like having to go almost every other day for weight checks, and her pediatrician kept telling me, you need to go see a lactation consultant. And I knew that I needed to, but I had also heard from other mothers horror stories of lactation consultants, like being not the nicest and just telling you what to do without having your feelings, without, you know, just being mean to you and telling you things you don't want to hear. And I was already in a very fragile state of mind to begin with, that I just didn't want to do it. But my pediatrician, I don't know why I keep saying my pediatrician, her pediatrician was like, I'm making you an appointment and you are going. Thank God we went. within 5 minutes, she fixed the latch and how I was positioning her, and it fixed everything, and she knew exactly what to do. And the best thing is that she kept telling me like options. This is what you can do. If this is what you want to do, this is what you need to do in order to achieve this. And she was like, this is your journey. Has nothing to do with me. I'm here to help you with your journey. And if this is what you want to do, then we will do it. If this is not what you want to do, then we'll do something else. Like, there was no, well, I think you need to do this and blah, 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 which is what I thought it was going to be, because that's what I had heard. But no, she was heaven sent, and I looked forward to seeing her every week. We saw her, I think, once a week for a few months, until we knew that my supply was great and she was latched and she was getting everything she needed and she was gaining weight, because she was not gaining weight. Before we went to see the lactation consultant, we found out that she had tongue tie, and that was a very long process to get our pediatrician to recommend us to the specialist, and then to get an appointment and get in and do all the things, and then to make the appointment to actually get the tongue clipped. It's like a 20-minute procedure. It doesn't hurt them. They don't, like, she wasn't crying or anything, nothing. I was able to nurse her the second that they handed her back into my arms after the procedure. It was amazing. And in fact, they were very hesitant to get us into the specialist at first, because they say that a lot of parents will just automatically resort to their tongue tied and get that fixed instead of trying other options. But when we did go see the specialist, he said that she had true tongue tie and true lip tie. So it's when the little piece of skin on the top is shorter as well. So after we got that done, so in the beginning, the problem was because of her tongue and lip tie, she wasn't able to latch properly, which is why I wasn't feeling better, because she wasn't latched. And because of that, and she wasn't getting any milk out, my supply started to go down. And then on top of, after we got the surgery, sorry, the procedure, it wasn't a surgery. After the procedure, we had to do muscle exercises in her mouth like 5 times a day for weeks to get her muscles stronger, because she didn't have the strength to pull out the milk after the procedure. So my supply went down, and because of that, I went to the lactation consultant, and we ended up we got a plan together. I nursed both sides, which at that time it was 30 minutes per side. And then if that wasn't enough, I would pump for 15-20 minutes each side and give her what I pumped. And then if that wasn't enough, I would supplement with formula. So it was like this whole long procedure that I had to do every single nursing session. And because it took so long, it was like right as we finished, I felt like I had to start all over. It was so exhausting, and it was so tiring, but it was worth it. It was so worth it. She taught me how to power pump, which in my opinion, that is what helped me. I tried other things, supplements and stuff to get your supply up, and none of it seemed worth it to me to do. But the power pump, so what you do is pump, like if you just have all day, you don't have anywhere to go, you're just stuck in the house, watch TV all day, read a book all day. When you're not nursing your baby, you are pumping like on and off for 10 minutes on, 10 minutes off, or whatever. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was just like an all day thing. And it gets your supply, like it tells your body, is telling your body that it needs to produce more, because you're like constantly needing it. I'm pretty sure that's like the main reason why my supply went up. And she started gaining weight finally, And I just kept telling myself, just make it 6 months. If you can nurse for 6 months, then, and I want to be done, then we can be done. And because then, you know, at 6 months we start solids, and, you know, I can give her a little bit of formula, and it'll be fine. And it's what we had to do. But by 6 months, we were still nursing, and we kept going, and we made it 15 months. My goal was to be weaned off by 16 months. I wanted to start weaning at a year, and we did. By the time she was a year, we were nursing 4 times a day. As soon as she woke up, after breakfast, or like, you know, like the snack time, like mid-morning day, she would nurse, and then mid-afternoon before dinner, and then I would nurse her to sleep. So 4 times plus 3 meals and like a snack or something in between, any of that. She's always done great on giving her food. We did baby led weaning, and it's been such an amazing journey. She's so smart and can eat almost everything that I give her. So that's been amazing. So I started weaning off the second session of the day. That took maybe a month or so. I've given myself a month to wean off 1 session, because I don't want to just do cut off cold turkey. I feel like that would make them upset, and my supply, I don't like, all my pumping stuff is already packed away. So I don't have anything to pump to like relieve myself. And so I did it that way, very slowly. What I did was start offering her a snack instead of me. And then after the snack, I would let her nurse. And then so she would want like a little bit less or whatever. And then eventually I just gave her the snack, and that's it. That's all she got. So I did that with the second and third session. So then we were just doing morning and night. And then the morning session, we started to wean at 14 months. And she, like within the first week, she just didn't want it. Just wanted, oh, I gave her milk. So rewind. I have a weird thing with like regular milk. I don't drink regular milk. Yes, I still eat cheese and yogurt and ice cream and stuff like that. I just don't like milk. I think it's gross. And I'm not trying to like put that onto my child, like just because I don't like it, they don't like it. I don't want it to be that situation. So I right now am doing half and half with whole milk and soy milk, because soy milk has basically the same nutrients as whole milk, and it's sweeter. So I think she likes it more. So I mixed the two, and it's been going great. So they say babies need, or like at her age, they need 16 ounces a day. I don't give her milk during the day, because I don't want it to hinder her appetite for actual food. So in the beginning, I would offer her just a few ounces, just to like see if she'll take it. And then I like kind of worked up to 8 ounces in the morning. And then, so then we were done with the very first morning session, and she's drinking milk in the morning. And then at night, I started to give her a few ounces of milk, like 30 minutes before bed. And then once she was finished with that, I would nurse her to bed. And then I tried to cut the nursing session, like on each side. I would do like 15 minutes each side. And then I tried to cut it down to like 12 minutes and then 10 minutes. And then, like I said a couple nights ago, I just didn't offer it to her. And she got 8 ounces of milk. And whether she finished it or not, she wouldn't finish it. She kind of like is an off and on thing with the milk. she'll get distracted and want to play, and then she'll come back and drink some more, which is fine. I'm not going to make my child just sit and drink the milk until it's gone. So by the time it was time to like go down for nighttime, I would give her her milk and I'd read her a book. And by the time I was done reading the book, she finished her milk, and then I put her down. I was prepared to, if she wouldn't go down and she was crying, I was prepared to get her back out and nurse her for 5 minutes each side, just to make her happy. But that didn't happen. She went to sleep, and it's been really sad for me. Obviously, it's more emotional and harder for me than it is for her, which makes me happy that she's not like upset about it or anything. But as much as I'm like ready to be done, and I'm glad that we're done and it's like this next stage in our lives, it's very sad because we worked so hard, and it was such a hard and challenging and heart-wrenching journey that I wouldn't change, obviously, because nursing was just always our time together, and it was kind of always my excuse to just be there for my child. And you know, she needs me, and I know she still needs me, but it's different now. It's just a mom thing, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, that is our nursing journey, and hopefully you guys got something out of it. If you guys have any questions, comments, please comment below. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.